Hi everybody, Miss Olivia here. We're going to be doing the 4 to 6 ballet tap today. So we're going to be starting out with some ballet. If you want to get some ballet shoes on, something that you can really point your feet in, so just no sneakers, all right? All right, and let's get started. We're going to start by doing some stretching. So we're all going to sit down. Sitting down with our legs stretched in front of us to start, and we want to make sure that we're pointing our feet and we're sitting up really, really tall. Yeah, so our back is super duper straight. So none of this, right? This doesn't seem like something a ballerina would do. No, they sit up really straight, right? Good. So we're going to practice flexing and pointing our feet. So this is flexed and pointed. Flexed and pointed. Good. Really try to point your feet as hard as you can. Flex them as hard as you can. Get them nice and warmed up. Good. Sitting up really tall still. Good. Now leave them pointed, and we're going to bring our arms up to 5th position. Good. With our shoulders away from our ears, and we're going to go over our toes and try to stretch our hands as far as we can. As far as we can. You can grab onto your toes, maybe bend your elbows to bring yourself a little closer if you can. If not, just keep reaching. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, and come back up to 5th position. Good, let's do that one more time. Make sure, did you keep your toes pointed the whole time? Let's make sure we keep them pointed the whole time, okay? Really, really hard. Here we go. Remember, shoulders away from our ears. Here we go. And folding over. Folding over with our toes really straight. And are we keeping our knees down to the ground? They should be glued down to the ground. We want really straight legs and really pointed feet. As we stretch, stretch, stretch as far as we can. And we come back up, 5th position with the arms. Good. Now, let's take our feet together. And we're going to be in a butterfly position. So this is butterfly. Because we flap our wings in butterfly position. Good. So let's get them warmed up by just flapping them. This will help with our turnout. So this makes our first position so pretty. All right, now, still sitting up really straight and tall. We don't want to hunch in this one either. Want to stay with our chest lifted. And now we're going to try to take our nose to our toes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, fold over. Folding over, try to get a little closer to your toes. Try to push your knees, pulling your knees down towards the ground. There you go, and come all the way back up. Let's do that again, and this time, do you guys remember the magic number in dance? Can you shout it out? 8, of course. Let's do it for 8 seconds, nose to toes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, awesome job. Now, let's take our legs out, into a straddle position. My mic fell out of my pants, that's okay. All right, now we wanna make sure in our straddle that our toes aren't coming in like this. That's no good. We wanna keep our toes up towards the ceiling. Yeah, so the tops of my toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. We don't want them to go in at all. We want to keep them out, even when we're leaning forwards. All right, so let's keep our back really straight still, our shoulders away from our ears. And we're gonna take our arms out to the side. And now we're gonna stretch over to one side. Really stretching. Try to keep this hip down and open. Don't let those toes come in at all. And come up. Now let's go to the other side. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Now these toes want to come in. Don't let them. Don't let them come in at all, and keep that hip down too. Should feel the stretch right here. Good. Let's come all the way up. Now, let's take our nose to the middle this time. So we'll start with our hands in front of us, with our back really straight and tall, and now we're gonna slowly walk down. Go as far as you can without those toes coming in. Once your toes have to come in, stop there. Go to where you can keep your toes facing the ceiling. And we're gonna count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's come back up. Good. Lovely dancers. Here, I gotta fix this. Now standing up, we're gonna practice our positions in ballet. So we'll start with our feet. We'll just keep our hands on our hips for right now. So do you guys know what position this is with my heels together and my toes apart? Can you shout it out? It's first position, right? Good. Now, when we take our feet out, so they're underneath our hips, do you guys know what position that is? Second, of course. Now this one's a little trickier. I take my front heel to the middle of my back foot. So it makes a T like this. Yeah? Do you guys know what that one is? That one is third position. Good job if you got that one. That's a little trickier. Now, when I put my front foot in front of my back foot like this, so that they're separated, you guys know what position that is? It's fourth position, right? Now, when I take that front foot and I put my front heel connected to my back toe, that is fifth position. Good. Let's try on the other side too. So tendu back to first, and we'll try the other leg, whichever leg you weren't using. Make sure you're doing it with me. So we've got second, tendu, third, we make our T, good. We tendu to fourth, and we tendu to fifth. Good. Now let's come back to first, and we'll practice our arm positions. So we're gonna start with our hands just in front up right here, right where our rib cage is. That's right, that's first position. Now when we bring our arms out to the side, like we're hugging a really, really big beach ball, that's second position, right? Now when I bring one hand down like this, or the other hand, that's third position, that's low third. Now when I bring my arms, one arm in first and the other arm up here, what position is that? That's fourth. Let's make sure we do both sides, that's our other fourth. When we bring our hands up above our heads, it's fifth. Or we can do low fifth or en bas. That's what I'm gonna call this position from now on, is en bas. Good. Now let's practice some basic ballet moves. Let's put on some music and we'll do some basic dance moves that we are gonna do throughout our ballet class. So let's take our hands to our hips, shoulders down, pressing away from our ears, and let's try some pliés. So we bend and stretch, bend and stretch. Are we keeping our back really straight and tall? Good. Keep our knees over our toes. They're not coming in or out. Good. Couple more. And make sure our bum is engaged and we're not letting it come out like this. That's not a plie. We keep our back straight up and down. Like there could be a wall in front of us and behind us and we wouldn't hit either wall. Good. Now let's try some releves. So, you know what? I'll explain today the difference between releve and eleve because you might have heard two different words that seem like they mean the same thing. So an eleve is when you just start in a position where you're straight legs and you rise up. But a releve is when you come from a plie, go through straight legs, and then you go up. So that's a releve. So we're gonna actually do some eleves today. That's when we just rise up We're on the big toes of both feet. Our tummy's engaged. That's what makes us not fall over. And we come back down. Elevate and lower. Elevate and lower. One more. Elevate and lower. Good. Let's try our tendus now. Do you guys know what a tendu is? Yeah? That's when we paint the floor, just like this. So our tendus, we keep our legs so straight, really straight. Our back stays straight, our shoulders stay down, and we're just pushing through the floor with those toes until we get out to point. And then there's no weight on that toe. All of the weight goes to the standing leg. Let's try some out to the side too. So that was out to the front. Let's try them out to the side as well. Good. And we can also do these to the back. So this one is the hardest one. You want to make sure you keep your tummy engaged and your back straight so that you don't fall over. Good. Good. All right, friends. Let us practice some passe balance. So that, my friends, is when we take one foot, take it to coupe, then it comes all the way up to passe, and lower. Let's try the other foot. Good, and lower, to first, other side, to passe, lower, to first. One more. Up through coupe, up to passe, lower, and first. Good. Now, friends, if I were to take my leg and back and lift it up, what would that be called? An arabesque, right? So we're gonna practice our arabesque on both sides. And remember, we keep our stomach really, really tight, pulling our tummy into our spine the whole time. If we let it go, we're gonna fall right over. We don't want that. So we keep our core so engaged, and our leg doesn't bend or flex at all. It stays straight and pointed. Good. And to first. Great job, dancers. Now I'm gonna get out my ballet bar. Whatever you have that you can use to balance, maybe the wall, a countertop, could be your bed, anything that's about your hand's distance, you're gonna get that out now. So this is just something that we can use to balance. Here, let me see. I wanna make sure you guys can still see me here. I should still be able to see that. Yeah, I think we can even move that a little bit closer this way. Yeah. All right, dancers, you have something that you can use to balance? A wall is fine if that's all you got. All right, so we are gonna start, and you know what, I'm gonna start on this side. Looks one way from your angle, but for me, I am putting my left hand on the bar. So put your left hand on whatever you're using as your bar. Good. And we are gonna do some pliés at the bar. So let's take our arm out to second. Good, and let's do our pliés all together. So we plie, stretch, plie, and stretch, follow along with my arms. Now we're gonna do a grand plie. What's a grand plie? It's a big plie where you go all the way down, right? So we're gonna go as low as we can without lifting up our heels, and then we finally lift, and we come all the way back up. Good. Let's try that out to second position. So we plie, keep our bum tucked under, plie, and stretch. Now in a grand plie second, do our heels come off the ground? No, right? They stay down the whole time. And come up. Good. Let's tendu back to first. Good. Let's try some tendus now. So tendus at the bar. We're gonna keep our arm in second. And we're gonna go tendu front, close first. Our legs stay straight. Our toes point all the way through. 3 and 4. Now let's test our balance. We lift up that foot. There should be no weight on it at all. good, and close first. Now to second, let's try it to second. 1, legs straight, 2, tummy engaged, 3, shoulders down, 4, let's test that balance. There should be no weight on that foot. Legs straight, toes pointed, and lower back to first. Now let's try them to the back as well. So back, close first, back, toes pointed, close first, legs straight, close first, all the way, and let's test that balance. No weight on that back toe, and come back to first. Now friends, let's try it on the other side. So whatever arm you had touching your countertop or whatever you're using, you're gonna put your other hand there now. All right, let's do our tendus on our opposite foot. So remember, whatever foot we're using to go out, the opposite hand is on the bar. That way, we don't run into the legs of the bar like this. Yeah, there you go. Arms in second, here we go. Tendus, front and first, front and first, front and first, front, and test your balance, and come back to first. Now to side, second and first, second and first, pointing that foot, and first, second, and holds, lift it up, test that balance, lower, come back to first. Now to the back, back, and first, back, and first, good, first, back, test your balance, good, keep your tummy engaged, and lower, back to first, good dancers. All right, let's put our bar away for now. And we are gonna practice some BalltTap. Who knows what a BalltTap is? You guys know? A BalltTap is a big kick. So we're gonna do these from first today, and we're gonna do them to the front. So we go through our tendu, and then we lift, and it comes all the way off the ground, and in. So do you guys think our legs should be bent or straight? They should be straight, right? And do you guys want to see my heels, the bottom of my dirty ballet shoes? I don't think you want to see that. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I think we want to point our feet, right? Point and close. Point and close. Good. We keep our tummy engaged and our back straight. We don't let our body go anywhere except for where it is. The only thing that moves is our legs. Good. We'll try a couple more. Go as high as you can without letting your body wobble at all. Good. Now, friends, let's try some across the floor. So whatever kind of room you have in the space that you're in, use all of the room. Even if it's not a lot, just keep going around in circles. So we are gonna do some bourrées. Can you say bourrée? Good. And we're gonna do these with our hands on our shoulders. And our shoulders stay pushing down. We're gonna come in first position. We're gonna rise up, elevate up, and we're gonna do really, really fast little walks. They're really small and they're really fast. We stay on our tiptoes, our legs stay straight. Good. Bourrée, 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 bourrée. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And stop. Good, those are our bourrées. Those are super fast and super small. All right, let's try our chassés now. So we're gonna do these side to side. We're gonna start with our foot that we are gonna be chasing, pointing out to that side. So I'm gonna be doing my chassés this way. So this foot is going to be pointed out to the side to start. We're gonna have our arms in second. And we're gonna plie and kiss our feet in the air. Plie, kiss your feet. Plie, kiss your feet. Good, now I point my other foot. Let's try the other way. Plie, kiss your feet. Kiss your feet. Kiss your feet. Good. Lovely dancers. All right, friends. Let's try a couple of leaps. So in our leaps, we think about the front foot doing a battement, just like we were doing before. And we're gonna jump off of our back foot onto our front foot. And we land, what is this position now? It's an arabesque, right? And we bring our foot down. And we can do another one. Good. And other way. Battement, arabesque. Battement, arabesque. Good. Lovely dancers. Now make sure you've done them on both sides. And remember, in our leaps, do we keep our legs straight or bent? We keep them straight. And do we make our toes kind of wobbly? No, we point them, of course. Always, always in ballet, legs straight and our feet pointed. Unless we're doing anything with a plie, and they can be bent. But our toes are always pointed. Good. Now, friends, let's try something new. Let's do a pas de chat today. Maybe you've done them, maybe you haven't. Pas de chat. We're gonna do these from first position. We're gonna do these in third. So remember, third position with your arms, good. Now, pas de chat is called step of the cat, and hopefully you'll see why. So we take our first foot. I'm using my right. I bring it up to passe, then I jump onto the other toe, and this leg comes to passe. And we're gonna do these from first, so we'll land in first every time. So passe, passe, first. Passe, passe, first. Passe, passe, first. Let's try the other side too. Here we go. So whichever way we're going, that arm is bent. Ready? Here we go. Passe, passe, first. Passe, passe, first. Passe, passe, first. Passe, passe, first. Good. That's a pas de chat, a step of the cat, because we kind of feel like a cat that's pouncing. Yeah? Good. All right, friends, how about we do some free dancing? Now, when we do our dancing, we want to feel like, I like to pretend that I'm a princess, and I've been working really hard on my ballet, and I'm alone in my room. No one can see me, and I'm doing whatever dance moves that I like. Everything I've been practicing, and I feel so beautiful. I want you guys to feel like that too. So let's find a really good song. And this is the time that you can do anything you like. So really feel good as you do everything that you love to do.
Every inch of me is trembling.
You can do your arabesques, tendus,
Something is familiar.
anything you like.
I can reach but not quite home. I can sense you there, like a friend I've always known. I'm arriving, and it feels like I am home.
Good, keep
I
going.
have always been a fortress.
Beautiful
Hold
dancers.
secrets deep inside. You have secrets too, but you don't have to hide. Show yourself. I'm dying to meet you. Show yourself. It's your turn.
This should feel so good, dancers.
I've been looking for all of my life. Show yourself. I'm ready to learn.
Maybe let's get some sautés. Those are our jumps from first.
I've never felt so certain.
Beautiful.
All my life,
maybe some échappés. Second and first. Second and first. Second and first.
The reason I was born.
Good. And dancing however you like.
So different. Normal rules did not apply. Is this the day? Are you the way? I finally find out why. arms are trapped.
Keep going.
Here I am, I've come so far. You are the answer I've waited for.
Good.
All of
Beautiful
my
dancers.
life. Oh, show yourself. Let me see who you are.
Beautiful. All right, dancers, that was so lovely. You know what time it is? Is it snack time? No. Is it nap time? No, it's tap time, you guys. I'm so silly. Let's put our hands towards our computers. 1, 2, 3, tap time. All right, let's get on our tap shoes. All right, everybody, once you get your tap shoes on, let's come to the center. And if you don't have any tap shoes, don't worry about it. Just something like sneakers, or you could even do it barefoot. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure that you've got something that you can do, that you can make sound with. Would be amazing. All right. Cool, let's get started. So friends, in our tap shoes, we've got our toe, our heel, and what's the last thing that's right underneath our toe? What's that called? It's the ball, right? That's the ball of our foot. So we've got our toes. That's the front. If you've got tap shoes on, we've got 2 little metal parts that make sound. The top one is the toe. The bottom one is the heel. And the thing right behind the toe, that's our ball. So when we're doing our toe taps, we're just hitting down that front metal piece. Good. Now let's try the other side. Good. Now let's see if we can make our heels. Those are our digs. Let's try the other side. Good. Here, let's get some music on for us in the background. Tap it on quietly. All right, friends. Now, when we tap our toe behind us like this, what is that called? It's a knock, right? Good. These are our knocks. All right. And what about these? So we keep our heel down and our toe taps back and forth. Those are our TikToks. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And let's try our other side. Good. All right, how about our shuffles? So our shuffles, we take our toe metal part and we brush it back and forth. So this really tests our balance, right? Yeah. Let's try the other side too. Good, brushing forward and back. And now we've got our shuffle steps. So our shuffle steps, we do 1 brush forward, 1 brush back, and we step on it. Both sides. Brush, brush, step. Brush, brush, step. brush, brush, step, brush, brush, step. Keep going. Good. So our heel doesn't touch during our brushes. It only touches down on the step. Good. So how many sounds are in a shuffle step? How many sounds? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. 3 sounds in a shuffle step. So if you hear more or less, something's up, because there should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Now, we're going to do something similar, but it's different. This is a flap. So a flap, we brush forward, and then we step. We don't brush back. We just brush forward and step. Forward and step. Forward and step. Forward and step. And they might travel you forwards a little bit, so you can just back up and start again. So how many sounds does a flap have? 1, 2. 1, 2. So a flap only has 2 sounds. Now, friends, let's try something similar to a shuffle step again, but we're going to add a sound instead of taking one away. So this is called an Irish. So we shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Let's do a few more of those. These are our Irish. So how many sounds does that one have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sounds. So our shuffle step, 3 sounds. Our flap, 2 sounds. And our Irish, 4 sounds. Now another tap move that we're going to do that has 4 sounds is our paradiddle. Our paradiddle, we dig with our heel, then we brush back. That's called a spank. So we dig, spank, then toe, just our ball kind of comes down, and then our heel drops down. Let's do it on both sides. Dig, spank, toe, heel. Dig, spank, toe, heel. You also might call it a step heel, since it's really not just your toe. It's kind of your toe and your ball. Dig, brush, step, heel. Dig, brush, step, heel. Let's do a couple more. Dig, brush, step, heel. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that has 4 sounds. Let's see, what else should we practice? Let us practice. How about we practice our grapevine? Do you guys know your grapevines? These aren't necessarily something you do just to tap. These are kind of a move that you might do. You might hear these a lot. So it's good to know what they are. So we might step out on one foot. Then with your other foot, we're going to step behind it. Then we're going to step out. And we step in front of it. So these are just good to know for all styles of dance. Maybe not that way. But you're going to do these a lot. Step out, behind, step out, in front. Now go the other way. Step out, behind, step out, in front. Step out, behind, step out, in front. Good. Those are our grapevines. So that's just good to remember. That one's going to come up a lot, I bet. All right, friends. Let us put it all together to music, and we'll practice doing those slow and fast. So let's find a good song. I like this song a lot right now. So we'll practice all of the moves that we've been working on. Slow, fast, and faster. Really fast at the end. Here, I'm going to turn up a little. Just a little bit. Good. Here we go. 5, 6, starting with our toes. Let's do them slow. Just our toe taps. Good. Try them faster. See how we're doing it right to the beats. Make sure you stay on the beats. Now we're going to double time it. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Good. All right, let's step in. Other side slow. Toes. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Faster. Good. Fastest. Let's do our digs that way. Faster. Fastest. Other side. And slow. And slow. And slow. Faster. Fastest. That's so tricky. That one is not easy. All right, let's do our shuffle steps. Shuffle, step, hold. Shuffle, step, hold. Good. See how we hold that last sound, because there's only 3 sounds in a shuffle step, and there's 4 sounds per measure. So music turns. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's try our collapse snap. Collapse, collapse. Good. Let's try our paradiddles now. So we'll try them really slow, faster and faster. Here we go. Dig, brush, step, heel. Dig, brush, step, heel. Faster. Dig, brush, step, heel. Right to the beat. Good. Can we do these faster? Here we go. That's so fast. Can you do it? Do your best. Those are fast. You guys can do that? Amazing. All right, let's do our Irish. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle. Can we do it faster? Here we go. Keep going. Good. Let's keep going. Let's do our Ticktock slow, fast, and faster. Tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. A little faster. Right, let's find a better song for this. Keep going. Let's do this one. A little faster now. Good. Let's take the other foot. Slow. Good. And faster. Good. Now our knock. That's our toe behind us knock. 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 And knock a little faster. Pretty fast. We have to get right on that foot as fast as we can. Great. Nicely done. All right, let's see. What else should we do today? Let's do some across the floors. So, depending on how much room you guys have, this might need to be more in a circle. I've got enough room to go back and forth, so I'm going to go back and forth. But depending on how much room you have, just play it by ear. So we'll start across the floors with our heel toes. So we put our heel down and then our toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. And let's go back the other way. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. That one's pretty easy. It's kind of just like walking, really. It's just a little more pronounced. Now let's try our toe heels. So these ones are trickier. We put our toe down first. We don't let our heel touch the ground. And then we take the heel down. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Toe, heel. Good. All right, now let's try our shuffle steps across the floor. Brush, brush, step. Brush, brush, step. So when we step in these, we want to step forward. That's what gets us across the floor. We can do these in place, or we can travel them. Yeah? Let's do them back too. So make sure we're stepping out on that step. That's what's going to make it go across the floor. shuffle, step, shuffle, step. All right, friends, let's try our collapse now. So that's brush and then step. No brush back this time. Brush, step, 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 brush, step. And let's go back to step, brush, step, brush, step, flap, 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 flap. Good. Let's see. What else should we do today? Let's try an obstacle course. So let's get 4 different things that we can use to mark our place. Those could be stuffed animals, toys, shirts, pillows, whatever you've got. Take anything that you've got around you, put 4 of them down on the ground in a straight line. All right. I'm gonna get 4 dots out. You can try to be creative with these. If you have done this a bunch of times, maybe use different obstacles that you haven't used yet, just to keep it kind of fun. Hopefully, let me see if you guys can see my obstacles. Nope. Let me move them back. That's better, Miss Olivia. So I've got 4 things just like this in a straight line. Obstacle courses are fun. I like to do them. All right, does everybody have 4 things on the ground? Good. Now we'll all do this together since we're all just doing it from home. So at our first obstacle, we will do our tick-tock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Let's try our other side too. Just the toe taps. Good. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Can we do something a little tricky? Can we try to make both of our toes go at the same time? Yeah, let's try it. So if you guys can see that, I don't know if you can. Let me go somewhere. Let me go behind these. That'll help, I think. So both of our toes are coming up. Got to balance on our heels. Let's just practice that. That's a little trickier. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Good. Now to get to our next obstacle, let us do our flaps. Flap, 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 flap. Good. Now at our second obstacle, we are going to do our Irish. Shuffle, hop, step. Shuffle, hop, step. Try to get it on the beat. Hop, step, shuffle, hop, step. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now to get to our next obstacle, how about we try those grapevines? Who remembers what the grapevines are? Yeah, we step out, behind, out, in front. Out, behind, out, in front. To our next obstacle. All right, at our next obstacle, let's do our paradiddles. What are our paradiddles? Dig, brush, step, heel. 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 Can we do those a little faster? Right to the beat. Good. Let's see if we can do them super fast. We're gonna do them dig, brush, step, heel, dig, brush, step, heel, dig, brush, step, heel. Let's try it. We're just gonna do our best. 6, 7, 8, dig, brush, step, heel, dig, brush, step, heel. Do your best. Just go as fast as you can. Couple more. As fast as you can. Good. That's really fast. I know. Good job doing your best. All right, to get to our next obstacle, how about we do something kind of fun? Now, this is a little tricky. We haven't done this one in this class yet, for me at least. We're going to take both of our heels, and just like, in fact, we'll start with our toes. So this we've already done. We've done these, right? Our 2-foot tick-tocks. So we're just going to do that. We're going to take both toes over to the side, but we're not gonna take them back. We're gonna stay on our toes and we're just gonna take our heels to the side. Toes to the side, heels to the side. Toes to the side, heels to the side. Toes to the side, heels to the side. That's a little tricky. You can practice that at home. That's a little trickier, but that's okay. Just do your best. All right, at our last obstacle, let us practice our knocks. So we knock behind. So these take a good amount of balance. Make sure that you've always got your tummy engaged. That'll give you the stability so that you're not wobbling over. Knock. Can we do it a little faster? How fast can we do it? Whoa, that's really fast. Couple more. Whoa, that was so fast. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, friends, I'm gonna put my obstacles away. You can put them away too. And we'll just do one last dance together. I'm gonna put these away. And we'll just do one last dance all together. And for this, we can do whatever moves you'd like, or you can follow along with me. Let's see. Here we go. Now do everything you've been practicing. Maybe do some new things that you learned today. Practice going slow and fast. And no matter what you're doing, just make sure it's to the beats. Right to the beats. Good. Maybe you want to use your hands. Don't use our arms a lot in our tap classes, but they're very important.
Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love.
Good, keep going. Good, keep going. Good, keep practicing slow and fast. See what you can do slow. Try to make things as slow as you can and as fast as you can. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love. And I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of it. Have fun. Don't forget to have fun and to smile. Good. All right, friends, stretch your arms out wide. Give yourself a big hug. Say, I'm awesome. Point to somebody else, say, you're awesome. Point to somebody else, say, you're awesome. We're awesome, Mr. Disco Ball. Thank you so much for joining me today on some ballet and tap. Make sure that you're practicing at home, doing lots of fun stuff that you enjoy. All the dancing in the world, you can do it right from your bedroom. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me once again.